Well, good morning. Today I thought I'd talk about sleeping bags. On a small camping style boat like this, sleeping bags are definitely the way you want to go. You don't want to go with linen on a boat this size, I wouldn't say. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at a few different sleeping bags that I have, some of the pros and cons, and we're going to look at how I store them, and that's about it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so just a quick look at where on the boat I store the sleeping bags, and that's right up in the bow. That way they're out of the way and they don't weigh anything, so they don't affect the performance of the boat at all. I would normally have them stuffed a little bit further forward, but since I'm going to be taking them out and showing them, that's generally where they are. Up in the bow, out of the way, where you're not standing on them all day and that sort of thing. I don't leave them set up during the day. This boat's too small. You'd be walking on your sleeping bags. Okay, so you can see 3 sleeping bags there in wet bags and one just folded. And you don't want to go with folded. That's not the way to do it. You want to keep it in some kind of a wet bag because a small boat like this can be wet. It's pouring rain outside right now, and this is a pretty dry cabin, so it's not really a problem right now, but it's a consideration. If I were to open up the forward hatch to take them out right away, they would be wet. Okay, so what we have right here is a compression dry sack. So that keeps your bag dry and it also compresses it. These are great. You could probably get 2 sleeping bags in here depending on the style. Right now it's holding a synthetic 3-season bag. It's a Walmart sleeping bag, which if you're mostly in warmer weather will work fine. If you start to get into that shoulder season type conditions, when you're down around 5 degrees Celsius, then you might want to look at a different style of sleeping bag. Okay, this right here, this is a 3-season synthetic by Mountain Equipment Co-op. It's an older bag, mummy style. This is, this isn't for cold weather again, although it's a little bit warmer than the first bag. But this is a good general sleeping bag for warm weather usage. Spring, fall, summer, but not too early in the spring and not too late in the fall. Now this right here, this is a 5-liter dry sack, and that is holding my 0 rated down sleeping bag. I have heard arguments that down sleeping bags aren't as good on a boat because they lose some of their insulating ability when they get wet. I've been using this bag for years and I've never found that to be an issue. The outer thing is coated, and some of the newer down bags actually have hydrophobic down. This one doesn't, but it's fine. So again, this isn't really a cold weather bag, but it's maybe a little bit warmer than the other two because it's down and it's very compact, mummy style. It's inside out right now. Okay, so you put your feet right in, and it does up. Okay, so that is a 0 rated down sleeping bag. It's my favorite bag. It's my go-to. Okay, and finally we have a 4-season. So this is a winter sleeping bag, 4-season synthetic. It is a very bulky bag, but it's good. It's keeps you warm even when it's damp, and I think it's rated for -15 Celsius or -20, but it's very big, so I'm keeping it in this. This is more of a splash-proof bag than a waterproof bag like the second one I showed you, but it does the job on a boat like this. If you were on a dinghy, you might want a true roll-top wet bag, but for around here on this boat, this works pretty well. Okay, one more note on your dry bags. Another good reason to keep your sleeping bag in a dry bag is when you go to sleep at night, instead of carrying a pillow, stuff your clothes into your dry bag, and then you have a pillow that doesn't get wet. Alright, there we go. There's a quick look at some different sleeping bags that that you might use on a small boat with just a few pros and cons. Thank you.